Hi guys, it's Mixing with Ethan here, and today I wanted to talk about how bands can prepare for their first ever professional recording session. So, you're a band, you've been together for a while, and you've got some demos together, and you think it's ready to go and get professionally recorded. What can you do to help this? First thing I would say is have your songs down, learn them as well as you can. Every member of the band should be able to play the song start to finish on their own without hearing the other people in the band to go to cues off or something like that. You should be able to all play on your own because on the day you might have to do an overdub of something and play a section completely on your own. So learn your tracks through and through. Another thing, guys, is learn your tracks to a click. Know the BPM of your song as well. That's very important. Learning your track to a click and knowing the BPM of the song helps you so much because on the day you might have done the best take of your life, but someone accidentally kicked something over in the background and you had to just edit one note of something. Well, if you've done it to a click, you can do that. But if it's not done to a click, that causes so many problems in the post production and editing side of it later. So, yeah, record to a click. The next thing is make sure all your equipment is up to date and not broken and beaten up. So, guitarists, make sure you have new strings and spare strings. And by new strings, I don't mean you put the new strings on the day. Ideally, a few days old, 2 or 3 days old, have been played in a little bit. And guitarists and bassists as well, bring a tuner with you. Because, like, tuning on your phone is just so awkward as well in recording sessions. It's just convenient to have a tuner as well. Um, and always bring a few spare things, a spare 9-volt battery and things like that. Things that you wouldn't think about that just helps the session go a lot more smoothly. As well, drummers, don't bring really old cymbals because they're going to sound dark and lifeless. Make sure you have a fresh, not fresh set, but a newer set. That helps a lot. In an ideal world, if you're a drummer, you'd want practice cymbals and then recording cymbals. And maybe speak to the place you're recording at and ask them if they have a nice set of cymbals you can use as well. If you don't have them, that's fine. If you don't ask, you'll never know. And if you're recording with your own drum kit, make sure it's at least somewhat in tune before you get there. So when you get there, you only have to make little adjustments to it. You don't have to retune the whole kit for half an hour because you just want everything to go a lot more smoothly. Another thing as well is have your arrangement, like know your arrangement of your song and be decided as a band of what you want the arrangement to be. It's fair enough in a recording session to change little adjustments like, oh, let's cut that a little bit here, add a little bit more there. That's okay, but totally rearranging a section of the song on the day is just going to cause way more problems. If you can as a band, if you have a producer, obviously bring them with you. That's amazing. The producer can help guide you along the way. So it's great. In an ideal world, it's great to have a producer and on the side of an engineer. So you can have the engineer concentrating on the sound coming in and the technical side and the quality of everything, and then the producers concentrating on the actual performance of things. This helps a lot. So if I'm recording a band and I have a producer over my shoulder, that means I can do my job better as an engineer because I don't have to be worried about the artistic side of it and the performance. I'm just concentrating on the sound. For you guys who don't have producers, maybe it's your first ever recording session, you don't have a producer, you've got some money together as a band, and you just want to be able to record. Most bands will have that one friend who doesn't play in the band, but he always hangs around, he or she. Bring that friend. That friend will be a great friend because you'll be someone who knows you as a band. You probably know some of your songs, and you can have them in the control room with the engineer just to give an honest opinion. And it's someone you know that you're comfortable with as well. Because when you're going in a session with someone who's brand new and a scary face, it's quite scary to get feedback from them, and they don't know you as a band either. So it's quite difficult to read. The next thing as well is don't bring distractions. We all know what our distractions are, so don't bring them, whatever it is. Don't bring distractions. You want it to go as smoothly as possible. So yeah, that's my tips for your first time recording as a band. Hope that was helpful. And yeah, I've been mixing with Ethan, and I'll see you soon.